Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk about citizens with members of the community. Today is October 27th, 2022, and yes, we're live on Twitch and YouTube. Hopefully someone can put the Discord link in the chat for me, but yeah, if you want to join us to talk about Star Citizen this week, and you know, yeah, click on the Discord link. It should be down below, but hopefully Kusanagi or someone can put the link into the chat for me. And yeah, so yeah, this is another episode of Soul Talk, episode 73. We got an ISC this week, so that's coming back. We also have a Machinima, but we'll get to that later in the show. What's going on with me this week? Oh yeah, so I started a new mobile game. It's called Memento Mori. It's kind of a throwback to old school RPG, but the soundtrack is amazing. It's like every character, there's like 70 different characters, but each character has their own theme song, like an anime ending, opening, or like an anime ending or opening song. It's a full song, and there's like 70 of them. So I like the game. It may not be for everyone because the combat is kind of meh, but yeah. Other than that, and it's fully voiced too, so that's why I liked it. I'm still reading. Watching movies and TV shows. Then I catch up on anime. I'm probably gonna wait till like the end of the season before I get to an anime. And yeah, so hey, I just want to say hi to everybody in chat. Jet Hella, Cotton Face, Tristan, and Fist Face Gaming. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Besides that, I don't have much to say. I'm gonna do my thing and bring people into Discord in a bit. So let me do my thing. I'm not confident people will get this, but hopefully there's enough clues in that. Well, think of it today. What trailers came out this week? That'll be my hand. Hopefully people will be able to understand from that. Watch the Sand, thank you for the subscription for 5 months. Thank you, appreciate it. Alright, so here we go. I spent 30 years protecting that technology from one Addison. I sure don't want to. I want to give it to another. This is increased technology like that Titan suit. This could change the text of reality. Besides, they already have their hands busy throwing cities out of the sky. And that was it. Let's see if anyone can get that from what I said. They're gonna bring people in now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hello, everybody. We're joined today by Kusanagi, Fitch Face, Cotton Face, and Uri. So yeah, I thank you, Jet. I appreciate that. And Black Guy Legion in chat. Thank you. How's everybody doing in Discord?
Good. All right.
Good. So, can any guesses as to what I just said or where it is from? That it's a hint. It was from a trailer this week.
Wakanda? I'm guessing.
No,
I
the
have no
other
idea.
trailer.
No.
The other trailer. I did
talking-
Wakanda earlier.
Yeah, I think it's Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man 1. Yeah, Ant-Man 1.
Well, you said you said the trailer came out this week.
Yeah, Ant-Man 3
So-
came out this week, but what I was referencing was from Ant-Man 1. That was
Well, I
Hank
was gonna
Pym.
say that, but you said this week.
Well, you were on the way, so I gave it to you. Congratulations, Kusanagi. You got it this week.
All right.
Yeah, that was Hank Pym talking about keeping technology away from Stark. All right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let's get this show started because we got a bit to get through. So here we go. This is the sneak peek from this week, and the subtitle is I've been having pipe dreams. That's probably from a song. I should have looked it up beforehand, but I didn't think about it. Does anyone know what song that is from? If it is from a song.
I've been having a pipe dream.
Yeah.
No, if that's a song.
Sounds inappropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't going to say anything. I was thinking the same thing. Hey, Star Jump Grim, how are you doing? Yeah, so I'm having a pipe dream. What do people think of the screenshot, though?
But that would be functional.
Yeah. HVAC, I guess you would call it. Space HVAC.
HVAC 467. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be underground base.
We should, you know, who we should do? We
Yeah,
should
it
ask
could
because
be.
I haven't heard them talk yet. I think we have to introduce Fist. Fist, are you here?
Introducing the greatest dynamic duo to ever grace Star Citizen on the music scene. I want to show you guys the best thing ever. New
It'd be
soul.
funny if I decided to mute this in the middle of that.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I decided to mute him.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry, Admiral told me to do it.
He came out of night. He was playing that. I'm like, what is this?
Apologies.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so I looked it up and it turned out it's Nelly Furtado Pipe Dreams. That's where that's from.
Really?
No, wait.
I was going
Oh,
for like a
Wait.
1967.
No, that's just something that came up. I gotta put quotations on it. Hold on. That Pipe Dream is the name of the song, but I don't think that's the exact quote. So let me put quotations around it. I've been having pipe dreams.
Yeah, I've known a few songs with pipe dreams, but I've been having.
It looks like,
I don't,
according to this, it's that stream of thought pipe dreams. I've been having pipe dreams. Stream of thought. I never heard that song before, but that looked like where it's from. So yeah, HVAC, and it has a yellow pipe and that little fan on the thing. Exhaust or intake. Well, it probably exhaust. Yeah, I have no clue. People are thinking it's like a homestead instead of a ship.
yeah, it could be a space station, maybe.
That's a grimy space station. It could be though.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be from Ruin Station. Right? Maybe. Yeah. But I guess it's more to the gameplay loop that we'll be getting, that ships and things like that will be affected by.
Oh yeah, it's like pumping in and taking out atmosphere,
right?
And fire suppression and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we're heating and air conditioning. We'll get the same.
Yeah, it's an HVAC. That's what that's what you put on your house, right?
Right. Yes, air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong.
Yeah, that would make sense. What's the T in the F1 mean?
That probably just symbol that means something in games. It's like I kind of be over here. The 3 arrow. That's the direction
that's the direction
now,
of the flow. Yeah.
I would like to say something since this came up and you're talking about life support and stuff like this. If y'all remember during the power play, right? Video, that segment.
Yep.
I think at the minute 30 exactly of that, whoever it is, I forget the name. They said that in Star Citizen, everything will run off of resource management, I believe. So now, we were discussing this, and I'm just throwing this out there. Like, okay, so like if everything is running off of resource management, do you think we'll be able to black out a city? Hint, hint, Lorville.
I don't think so. That'd be crazy.
Nah.
I don't think we'd be able to black out the city. I mean, can you imagine how many times that would happen during the day?
What you gotta
central.
No,
well, you got to think about it. Wait. But think about it. Okay, if there's a location where you have to access it, right? Now, let's say somebody finds it and does it. Security, then I don't know how the mechanics in the game work, but you would think security would then get beefed up, right? To make it harder.
I mean, I could see to your point, maybe a particular area if we had to go in and do some kind of espionage. Find out something, but I don't think the whole city or half the city or quarter. That would be way too inviting for.
Yeah,
you
I know what I'm saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, they are talking. we are talking about air supply here. I think we're talking about HVAC, so that means they could be implementing, having an atmosphere in rooms, needing, having maybe even just saying, hey, we're going to put this in and it's going to work for ships. So you can only have so many people in a ship that, that can breathe the atmosphere. So, so maybe that's what they're talking about.
Hey, Cyber, if we talk about the last Friday's sneak peek, this is I'm having pipe dreams. Yeah. And talking about the taking out a city, or with that ship, the Mantis. I mean, the Mantis will have some use, but I don't know, to take out the whole city, or maybe take out like a power station or something like that. Maybe.
I can see it being a mission, like Siege of Orison, but like only certain specific times of the year we can have access to this area.
Yeah,
Right.
I can
And that's what I
understand
mean.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
that
like,
much
yeah.
I can- But the whole Lorville? Oh my goodness.
I don't think so.
The
Not
subway
the whole
shut
of
down.
Lorville.
No way.
Because I mean, even though
Dynamic
even though
event,
it's not,
it gotta be everyone.
even though it's not that great of a place, I'm pretty sure they have redundancies and backups and everything, and stuff like that. You maybe take out a small section, but not the whole city.
Yeah, I could see that for gameplay.
Really?
Yeah,
You can't give me the whole city.
we all be trapped in.
I want
Not be
They
on
would
the
never
trains.
let us get off.
I want to hit what Red Wolf is saying though. So yes, they do have air scrubbers, but again, the size of the ships, like the air scrubbers it's kind of like Apollo 13 or Apollo 11. Can only handle so many people. So yeah, the air scrubbers will take out the carbon dioxide, but for only like a 400i, it can only hold 4 people. So if you put in 8 people in there, they're not going to get any air after a while. So
plus, you won't be able to fit a square filter into a round hole.
This is true.
Basically, the ratio between oxygen and I'm assuming like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide would then be high.
Depends on how many people are on the ship, right?
Right.
Yeah. And and that's why there's certain ships. I mean, all the ships have the maximum crew. And that's probably because of the flight support. Whereas opposed to something like an 890, it says like 8 crew, a max crew 8, but you can have like a whole, I want to say 50 people on a ship just because that's just the how many roles and everything that you can fill on the 890. So, yeah, depends on the ship, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is cool that we're getting possibly this HVC HVAC for homes and ships. It kind of makes you have more than. I mean, I'm looking really forward to decorating my home and things like that. But it kind of gives you more of a maintenance aspect to it that a lot of games don't have that in depth. But I mean, that's cool.
What about?
I hope CIG bring back hangers again.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, what about this though? So since this could be like some type of central, air system, right? What about flooding it with some type of knockout gas or poison?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Well, again, if you're on a ship, you're likely wearing a helmet and a suit, especially if you're boarding someone else's ship.
No, that's
Well,
not true.
Well,
to take over a ship, if you could get in,
Well, what I'm also talking about is not necessarily just a ship, but a stationary location.
Yeah.
Somebody's home, somebody's homestead. On a moon or something.
On a planet or a moon. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I'm trying to take someone's home, I'm bringing a suit though. Just for my own benefit.
Well, no. What I'm saying, if you're trying to take somebody's home, of course you're going to take a suit. But I'm talking about like flooding. If you're flooding their air system, right, with poison, then they're not going to know. They could be, doing whatever and knock them out. Knockout gas, boom, and now you can, basically ransack the place.
Sorry, I can't talk. Does your HUD or UI have status indicators or like icons? Like I knew you had the water and the food thing, but like when something else is wrong, that didn't pop up.
That may.
You might see it if you're wearing a helmet, but again, like if you're in a regular ship,
helmet,
if you're in a starfarer doing just normal, starfarer stuff, you're not going to wear a helmet. Like if you're a fighter pilot and you might have to eject, you're going to wear a helmet.
I know Starfare is missed, but if I'm on a Drake ship, I'm always going to wear a suit.
But wait, the Starfare is a walkway, a catwalk.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're out back, yeah. But I mean, if you have a full crew, like the pilot isn't going to go out there. The pilot's going to stay in his seat, so he watches the radar, know what's going on.
This is true. You're right about that.
All right. Well, that is last week's sneak peek. So up next we have anything on the right window. Oh yeah, last week SCL. So yeah, this is called Star Citizen Live Taking Flight. It had John Crew and oh shoot, I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. But yeah, so and then the new Constellation studio. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Taking Flight. Did anyone have a chance to watch this?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so
yep.
What are your thoughts?
I don't remember.
Well, it's one with the 600i. I mean,
that's right.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Now I remember.
Well, if you're gonna get to that in a moment, then I'll wait.
They didn't talk about the flight changes, and I was upset about that.
Oh, the master mode.
Yeah.
See, you got to come up with a better name. Master, really?
That's such a weird name. Like that's the context of like, if you don't know how to do it, does that mean you're not a master of the flight? What are we talking about?
Oh, what did they change? They changed the name of like flares and chaff to something. I forget what they call it. It just doesn't make any sense. Noise. They changed it to noise and something else. I can't remember.
Well, it makes more sense. Because we're in space.
The other guy is Ben Curtis, vehicle art director. Thank you for that.
This was really nice to see like new people. They were introducing like we've seen like all these people here have been here for years, and they kind of like brought in the new class of of creators, and they're just introducing. So these are and the second half of this show is the kind of the who we might be seeing for the next 10 years. So you never know. So.
10 more years.
And Troop, but I can never figure out how to pronounce the name. But thank you for the 400 bits. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I watched it, and I didn't really pick up much from it. I do love the new studio, and I love that laptop skin that Jared has on the thing. You notice the new studio because they're still trying to get the hang of everything, like and as far as sites and line of sights and everything. Because Jared kept having to move the toys that were blocking people. I thought that was funny.
And everybody desk is completely different. Like if the desk, if you look at it from like when Chris Roberts was there, that whole the angle that I don't know if maybe the cameras definitely because he was. This is more like, at a, he was way off to the right. So they moved the entire desk to the left. And like, they kind of like, kitty cornered a little bit.
Really? Wow, I didn't notice that. That's a good observation.
That's the Admiral.
Yeah. So I guess we'll move on to the 600i because a lot of people are looking forward to that. And this is a link that Griffin posted. I think he got it from Reddit, but I'm not sure. So if I'm not giving proper credit to whoever, I apologize. But yeah, so yeah, these are some of the screenshots that they put in during the show.
We also got the New Fires SCL there link too. I just posted.
Oh, thank you.
If people want to take a look at that.
Thank you. But yeah, I see these red things. That's like floral decorations and stuff like that. I'm not sure what those are.
Plants.
So I'm not sure what's up. Maybe they're trying to make the 600i not look so starch. Shoot B. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Shoot B. So yeah, what do people think about this one? Who in here had the 600i besides me? I do have one.
I don't.
Me
Yeah.
neither.
I mean, I don't
don't
have
know.
it, but I mean, this is some great updates. And we can go
Yeah.
through the pictures here, and like these are fantastic.
I think it's weird that I'm showing such an early concept of the interior like this. This is very weird.
Mm.
I was kind of put off by it. Like
Why?
because I would kind of like for them to at least have it close to white box instead of just
Concept.
and like this is literally like concept before they start modeling concept.
Mm.
It's weird to see. I don't think they've ever done this before.
Mm.
Cyberwolf, it's not that I'm a money bag, it's just that I took advantage of the last year's IAE when they had all those CCUs for Warbond. I had a Phoenix, but it turned out I can get a 600 die for 270 and a Phoenix for 350, so I'm saving $80 on as opposed to the 475 that it's normally at. So that's why I have it. I'm melting my Phoenix and I have that now. But that's just me. So yeah, I do as far as this picture goes, I like it because it's really open, and yes, it still has a lot of space, but hopefully CID will put that table in or something like that, and it'll have some kind of use or utility, but I'm not sure.
What table?
Mm-hmm.
The table,
You mean the one right there?
here, yeah.
That's on screen.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is just.
Where's this room at? I was confused by this image. Like, where are we at in the ship?
I think it's the back.
Yeah, that's the old back.
Okay.
Or the new back. That's the concept.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, he's trying to figure out which side of the ship, so I think that's where the. I mean, because there was a big window there, anyways, but this window looks even bigger.
Yeah.
My only thing is,
Hey,
I just want the side to have windows too, like the 890. When you sit in those side seats on the 890, and you're flying around, someone's flying you around. It's a great experience. So I hope that the interior shots have the same capability.
You're not wrong. That would be nice. I hope there are windows in this big egg.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
so
like we were talking about the Phoenix. Well, I was talking about the Phoenix a bit ago, but yeah, I like how the Phoenix had those side windows on and so people can look out while they're flying. I think CIG is trying to implement that more for the 600i.
Now, I will say this for me, in my opinion, I'm kind of low key jealous of the jacuzzi. Of not just the point of fact that they have a jacuzzi, but the way they put the water feature in there.
Yeah, but this cargo hold is like my favorite part of the whole ship. Like
Me
that and the armory.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Uri. This is my favorite picture. Okay, to me, when I look at it, okay, you can tell it's cargo, it's the underbelly of the ship, but it still has a distinctive look to it, and it does give you that luxury feel by even though
like,
Do you think it's kind of reminiscent of something we've been watching? Kind of like oh, that's right, the Empire.
The Empire.
Oh,
not wrong.
Yeah, you may have a point.
You're right. It is very Empire. Like I was thinking, like Tony Stark, like cling. Like
okay.
Yeah, but
what I like
really,
about this is that it's not as pristine as the rest of the ship. Yes, it's still shiny and glossy and everything like that, but I don't want to say more homey, but I mean, I'm not afraid to walk in that area. Put it that way. It's not a clean room like compared to the current 600i in some places.
I mean, Jet Hello kind of just said what I was going to bring up is the fact that they supposedly you can put a Nova tank in it, which means it's really high.
Really?
And I mean, to do that, I mean, this is the same ship, but they had issues, I believe, because of the bottom, right? Or was that no? They were talking about the 400. But I mean, this might have a similar issue where the the landing gear needs so much cushion. So it's going to depend upon how you land it, I guess, to get at something so tall in there.
Unless they make the landing gear longer.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it's a luxury ship. It's funny that they would even mention that. I would assume that Origin would probably. I mean, they make the G12. I'm surprised they just don't make something that's like a heftier, like armored vehicle that could fit in the 600.
But the origin tank, is that the G12? I forget the name.
It's the G12 series. I think I
Yeah.
can't remember if it's all G12 or G12A and B
G12,
or
there's G12A, G12R, G12, and G12. So that's, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
there's three
yeah.
of them.
They're not that much smaller than the Nova tank, though.
They're like not. I want to say smaller than an Ursa, or maybe just say Ursa size. Yeah, Ursa size. About
the tank is just really high. I mean, it's just super tall, and it's just interesting that they would say that it actually fits in there. So that's all I got.
Here, let me find a picture of it while you guys talk.
Oh, no. Now you made it awkward.
So, and what do people think about this one? This is
This is
one
like
of
the armory.
Yeah, the
This is what
armory.
this is? The armory. Okay, that's cool. I mean,
And
I
then-
like the showcase of the the suit.
I'm confused about the space. Like, it's still like, I feel like the armory, I like it, but it still has a lot of space that's unused. How many people go be up in here gearing up? Like, how many?
Well, I get what you're saying, though, Uri, but at the same time, too, I think the reason why, possibly from a design point of view, like when you think luxury, you have space, right? Because like when you think of just comparison of luxury to poverty, the big thing about luxury, you have space. So when you think about an economy car, you have it's not as big. Like a Cadillac is going to be big, spacious, roomy. Your Hyundai is going to be cramped. Clown car.
So right now I have the G12 up, and I have, and it's the ordinary variant. G12R is racing, and G12A I think that's the military variant. But if I go down to the variant matrix, there it is. You can look at the measurement: 7.2 meters, 5.8 meters, and 2.7 meters, and they all fit. Max crew, it doesn't say max crew, but I'm pretty sure it's one or two people, minimum one, maximum two. And the base model has a cargo of two people, whereas the racing, they take out the cargo for more speed, and the military, has some kind of weapons on it.
Yeah. I think every ship should have a matching complementary ground vehicle to it. I think the Banu merchantman should have one.
So take
Yeah,
that.
you've been hopping on that forever. We'll get something later, but where would you put it? Because I mean, when you go up that ramp, that's like people placed. I don't see. Okay. They have that elevator that can lower down. That's where you put it.
Right. There you go. See, now you remember. Okay.
So fastcart, you compared that picture you had with the G12 to the picture I just posted, and you take that little person, and that the idea is that tank is supposed to fit in there, and it just seems seems a little wild.
Yeah. Another thing about the armory, in the video they talked about a little more in detail about how gear and stuff is going to work when it gets physicalized, and like, because it's not going to turn into boxes when we take it off, and like that is a very interesting concept of like armor and gear and stuff, like being able to be placed on tables and the ground and stuff.
Oh, good point, right? Good point.
Like that, I'm excited about that. That's gonna be weird.
Cool. So this is the other variation of the armor. I'm not sure. I mean, the other one is gray. This one is more like 600i-ish with the stark white color. But I prefer the other one.
I thought one was lights on and lights off. Okay.
No, you could. Well, I mean, I go back to it, but yeah, you see.
Yeah. No, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, one is silver.
It's color. Yeah, silver. It's like the cargo.
Yeah.
It's like the cargo.
Is that a different variant? Or is that just lights on, lights off?
The 600i versus, I mean, the Touring versus the Exploration. I don't know which one is which, or they didn't know which one is which.
Yeah, no, it's not lights on, lights off. It's actually
the same. Yeah.
So this is more cargo, I guess.
Mhm.
Another reader
depends.
cargo.
What do you think those things against the wall are? Because I haven't been able to figure it out.
The wall.
What do you mean
Which
against the
side? The
wall?
left side?
Well,
No, like straight back, those little skinny looking
Oh, these things. Oh,
data
Element.
server things.
Oh,
Hold on.
servers. Yeah.
mm,
I can see them as
Oh.
servers.
I thought they were lockers, but they're just way too
they might be lockers. I don't know.
they just I mean they don't look lock when you zoom in on that on them, they don't look like lockers at all. So I just wasn't sure what they were.
No, I think they're
Mm.
servers because they remind me of the 890. They have like little panels like that in
Like
somewhere,
that? Okay.
somewhere on the ship. I can't think of where.
But one thing this is good because if they rework the 600, they're gonna rework the 890, right? I would believe they will give the 890
Yeah,
some
I
love
guess.
and
Pushing for that too, right?
mm,
But I
You
mean,
want
to be
that done
fair
too.
though, the 600i needs more work than the 890 because the
the
600i just had
890.
way too much. It had way too much empty space compared to like the 890.
Yeah,
Mm,
but at
I don't
least
know.
some of the aesthetics that were being shown, I would think they would.
Hmm.
So I mean, I know I have it. I know I have a
Mhm.
600i, but I I haven't been on it that much, so I'm not sure what
Yeah.
area this is. But
Yeah.
I like the colors, but I don't know if I don't know.
I
I don't see them
don't like the colors.
applying these colors to the 600i. I think I don't see
Yeah.
they'll go with these colors. What do you think?
Like I think this color palette looks too much like the dance hall in the shop area of Orison. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it belongs in the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you, Uri, because when I saw it, I mentioned the Griff. I thought it looked a little bit too gaudy to
Mm-hmm.
me, the coloration. But then Griff did mention, he said, "Well, it's just concept art, so it, it probably may get toned back." But yeah,
Oh, Trooper said that the colors are changeable like RGB. I'm not. Hopefully that's true. If it's not changeable, then that's cool.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
wait a
that's
minute. Explain that.
I spoke to Griff that I believe that it's supposed to be able to change colors.
So,
I
like,
believe. Don't not
Yeah,
kill me on that. Don't. I said I believe.
I want them to be able to
Don't.
respond to music and change accordingly, so that's what I want.
oh my goodness, yeah, that's a real dance form.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yes, and someone said, Citizen Shenanigans said again with the waste of space. Yes, but I mean it's not as bad as it was, so I'm okay with it comparatively.
now I was confused about. Go ahead, Uri. Go ahead.
I'm still lost in like changing the
Mhm.
colors. Like that's a huge like tech advancement that like
Mm.
the implications of what that can mean to the rest of the game. It's
Well, I
like
mean,
we
you already
can
have.
change the light colors.
If you
I
go into
know.
Hercules, like you can go. Hercules is the easiest one to look at, I think, because Hercules has got like 3 different light patterns. You've got
Yeah.
white, you've got green, you got red. So if they're just going to affect, like those crystals in the ceiling or whatever, then I mean it's probably similar to that. But it would be nice if they could maybe rotate, like on a timed pattern or something like that. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, but like doing it to like chandeliers and like not just like doing it to lighting fixtures and like multiple colors. That's huge. That's a lot bigger than just being able to turn the lights on and off on ships and our halves and stuff.
I get it, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta set the
Yeah.
right mood for whatever the occasion is, right?
Yeah.
But this one, I don't remember what they said about this, but that looked like waterfalls, right?
Is that what that is? I was confused by
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, that's what it, it's
Is
a
it
water feature. It's a
curtain?
waterfall.
It's a water.
It's a waterfall.
Simulating
Yeah, it's a
oh,
water.
it's like a
Remember I
it's
was
a pool.
talking.
Did you
I
put
thought
that
it
on
was
the
a
ship?
curtain.
in the water.
Yeah, because I
No.
was remember
Curtain.
I was talking, and that's what I was. And when this first came out, and I was talking to Griff about it, I was like, man, I was low key jealous about it. Not just like I said, not just that they have a jacuzzi, but they have a water feature.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked, is that a pool in the middle?
I
That would
that's
be
what
correct.
yeah.
I think that's a window.
No, it's a
Or-
pool.
It's a pool.
It's a
See,
pool?
you get these. See the forefront of the picture. You got lounge chairs, so you can lay down
Right.
there. and
Yeah, I
relax
see the lounge
and
chairs. Yeah.
and jump in the pool.
I would think it's not a
Oh.
pool. Let's wait. That's a little bit too
Mm.
small for a pool. I would think it's
It's
more of like a jacuzzi.
well, it's a
The
big
jacuzzi,
jacuzzi.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but
a big
I think a
jacuzzi.
jacuzzi because it
I-
can't
I
be a
just-
jacuzzi because it's
So what is this reflection here? Is that the seal? That's the ceiling from the roof? Of the
no. You
thing,
just
or-
have your
the water.
It's just like okay. Obviously you go into somebody's pool and they've had like some type of job where they put a symbol or whatever at the bottom of the pool
Okay.
or bottom of the floor. Yeah, that's all.
'Cause
Is that what it
I do
is?
see the person here. I see his reflection in the middle. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But you can tell how the way that is actually, to me, from my opinion, from what I could tell, that is actually a decal that is on the bottom of the pool.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know if Griff has a pool at home, but I could see him like if he was going to redo his pool, he'd put a big O on the bottom.
Okay.
But I'm leaning more on the pool side because the A90 has an area like this that is a jacuzzi, but it has the wall on the back of it.
Okay.
Like a
So
waterfall area.
let me ask you all this. What do y'all think about the waterfalls thing, though? Is it cool? Is it luxury, or is it just gaudy, or?
It's bordering on gaudy for me.
No, that's luxury. That's
I
what it
like
is, man.
water features. I think they're soothing, they're relaxing. I don't know. That's a little bit.
Imagine what happens when the gravity turns off, though. You would get water all over the place.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take, buddy.
It is the risk you take. But
I
it
think
has its own gravity generator.
It might have like the Phoenix. The Phoenix has a cover that covers that hot tub now, and then that way the water doesn't fall out if you turn the ship upside down. So it could just be a feature that you park your ship or you're flying a nice leisurely cruise, and then you can use it. So I think that's what they would do.
And CC Creator makes up a good point. It's gonna be a mess when you slam on the brakes, or when you come out, when you enter and exit Quantum. You don't want to be in this thing or have this thing on. Hopefully, there's an on-off twister. It's something that you can turn it on and off.
But I do like the possibility of gameplay that you could, this would be a spa area, and you would, give massages and things like that to your client. And
We're thinking about different things.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
I was thinking about shooting somebody through the water.
Okay.
Where'd you get that from that?
Wait, say it again. Are you right? What?
He's trying to kill people in the water.
Oh my goodness!
No, like
Wait a
shoot
minute.
people through the water. Like that'll be the best. Like
All right.
what's
Oh,
his
you're
name?
taking
this just got dark.
John Van Damme or some John Wick stuff right there.
This just got dark, really. Okay.
Well, we talked about the 400. The new ships out from Crusader, and we talked about the new executive edition.
E1, yeah.
And when you look at doing this and putting people on it and chartering this thing, and not you don't have to go big as an 890, but this is a great option if that's what you want to do.
Hey, listen, I just had a thought here. I apologize, Pops, for a minute. I just had a thought here. What you Raj just said just made me think of this. Like, I wouldn't advise having them on your 600i because you can see yourself swimming at night in this pool and him appearing, like you ever seen the horror movies? Like you see that person standing at the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's you right here. So you should be careful.
Or you could recreate the scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High with the woman jumping into the pool.
But one thing this could have, some of the amenities could be with the pool. I think it's the I'm gonna bring the shit back up. It's the Banu that has the healing pools in it. This could have something similar.
No.
They don't have alien technology.
No. I don't mean healing. No,
you don't mean healing. Okay.
I don't mean. I said like. I didn't.
Like,
Now,
oh no, you're right.
you
My
can-
bad. I'm sorry.
Right. You could go. I mean, because you can go to spas right now. You could. What did they have like mud? I'm not necessarily you put mud in there, but they do have different.
You
In
don't know.
my opinion, out of all the concept art that we've seen, I'm just thinking of that. I think this one will probably change the most.
Yeah,
Definitely. But I'm okay with that. It's like having a section off to the side that like you can like install like different modules or like components that like give you healing properties and stuff, or like different effects, status effects.
Yeah. I'm not talking about a Darth Vader, tank.
Back the tank. Back the
Talking
tank.
about, yeah.
I'm thinking of like
talking
Ra's
about
al
a,
Ghul.
right. Oh, okay.
Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. No, you are correct. Uh-oh. Oh, Ra's al Ghul. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The League of Assassins.
Stargate. Yeah. Yeah. From DC. Right. So yeah, that is the 600 eye rework concept that was featured in Star Citizen Live. So up next we have Dynamic Event Week in Jumptown and Nine-Tailed Lockdown are back in Stanton. So this was a few days ago, so it's already going on. It started on Tuesday. And you can see the schedule for Jumptown 2.0. Each location will be open for 24 hours. So the 25th, 27th, 29th, and 30th for Jumptown. And Nine-Tailed Lockdown is all those dates. I'm not going to go through each one, but it'll be going through next week. Anyone participating, or are you kind of bored of those dynamic events?
I'm going to say, I'm taking a break. Taking a break right now.
Yeah, I can't right now because I just got a bunch of parts for my new computer, and me and my son are going to sit down and put it together over the next, week or two.
What part did you get?
The processor and the motherboard came yesterday, and Monday what's coming Monday? The water block.
The water block.
CPU water block. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
you get for
getting the
CPU?
AMD video card?
Oh yeah. The 7900.
7900. Okay, not XT, just 7900.
No, it's an X. It's the X.
It's an X. Okay.
Yeah, it's
all right. Cool. Yeah, so that is dynamic event. Yeah, I'm not participating. I would participate if it was Xenothreat, because that's more PvE based than PvP. But I have yet to participate in either of the PvP events. So, but I hope people have fun.
JT, you haven't done Xenothreat before?
Oh, you're asking where is it? Because it's been a while since you had it. I think
I think there's a priority mission though. It'll come up and then it'll tell you where
it's the station one, isn't it?
I think the last time we had Xenothreat was Invictus Week, around that time anyway.
That's the one you have to like refill the javelin to get it out of the.
Yeah, that's when you you take out the Idrises and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to move the materials and yeah, there's some missions and stuff.
Isn't it great that we have so many events that you got to remember what the hell one of them was?
I mean, it's kind of sad that we forgot what Xenothreat is. So but I think Xenothreat would be great for Free Fly as opposed to I guess Jumptown and Nine-Tailed Lockdown is great for Free Fly too if people are into FPS instead of ship combat. But yeah. There's 4. What's the other one? Nine-Tailed, Jumptown, Xenothreat. What's the other one?
Yeah, what's the 4th?
Siege.
Oh, Siege of Orson. You're right. That's PvP also, so that's why it slipped my mind. Thanks for that, J2.
Yeah.
So that is the schedule for Jumptown and Nine-Tailed. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say once a game comes out, or gets really close, it's probably going to be dynamic. It's going to be dynamic events triggered all over. So
yeah,
it's not going to be on different schedules. Sure. I don't think it'll be. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be schedules. Because different events will be happening in different places.
Well, you got to remember, like
different things.
Quanta, like you said, Quanta. What you're saying, no pops, is Quanta and all of that stuff. Like you're traveling with some cargo or something like that, and
Yeah,
that could trigger an
an
event.
event. Yeah. So
And
yeah.
and also on the screen, I was showing the ground vehicle that highlighting and the ship that they're highlighting for the that PvP dynamic event. So yeah, if you were interested, you go ahead and pick those up. But so
Highlighting
up next we have they updated the Bar Citizen schedule for CIG attendance. So if you scroll down, New Brunswick is coming up this Friday, 4 p.m. Madrid, Spain is coming up the following week on at 4:30 local time, I guess. And Chicago, Illinois is coming up that same weekend. So that's 4 p.m. also. The Drink Insider. We'll cover that. We'll have more on that at the end of the show. And also Milan, Italy, November 26th, 6 p.m. local time. And they added past events too. So Tacoma, Washington, Cologne, Germany, Orlando, Florida. I don't even know how to pronounce that. South Korea, Paris, France, and Singapore. So yeah, so they're doing a good job with the keeping up with the Bar Citizen. So if you have one near you would have CIG intended, go ahead and pick up your brand new cube code. Or if you just have one that doesn't have CIG appearances, I recommend going to that too, because they're a lot of fun. They're hanging out with people of like mind. So
Is there another
Fish
game
and
that
Pop,
organizes?
what was that?
Is there another game that organizes like community events like this?
Not that I know of.
Eve, but they're more like once a year, like in Vegas or in Reykjavik, but not like community, not like that. No.
Okay.
So Fish and Pop, have you changed your mind about going to New Jersey?
Still the same.
Still
the Yeah, it's too. It just would be too expensive because it's way out the way. Yeah, by the time we get down there, then I know we'd have to spend a night. It'd just be too expensive.
Yeah, Griffin's saying that they have over 100 people expecting Jersey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Crazy.
thank you for dropping the link, Kusanagi. If you want to come and join us and talk with us, click on the link that Kusanagi just popped into chat, and we'll drag you in, and you can join the conversation.
Looks like Griff is saying there's over 100 people expected in Jersey. So if you're in the area, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of people, so head on over there for a good time.
Yeah.
When was
So
that? The 28th?
The 29th.
29th.
So you're already scheduled for
I would have
something
had
else.
to. Yeah, right, exactly. So there's no way I could do that.
It's okay. I'm missing something too on the 29th, but yeah, we won't get into that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
So we have the Galactopedia update, October 2022. I'm going to go through these quickly. The ARC system, this one Galactopedia update roundup. You visit Cathcart, Varnar, and Tamster system, and you meet Dino Lay, Juno Tura, Jaina Thurville, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, and take a look at the Argo Mall and take a deep dive into the Hades system. So yeah, the full articles right there. You got the Hades system, allegedly haunted. Short articles got the Hades 1 and through 4. You have the Thompson system where you had the black hole sun. I didn't know they called it black hole sun. I just thought it was a black hole, but now they're calling it a black hole sun, evidently. You have a former rogue planet, Tamsa 1, and you have Tamsa 2 is a carbon cycle instead of water cycle. Big spring and participant count. Okay. You have Branagh system named for Teresa Branagh. You have a black planet in 1 and 2 sort of in spite of many obstacles. So you click on the link for more details than that. And rounding up, you have Nia, Varna Belt, Varna 3, Cathcart, the Belt, Juno Shore, Juno Serval, Donald Lee Mole, and Microprobe. Oh yeah, that is it for the Galactopedia. Anyone has interest in any of these articles? I might take out the Thompson one, but I'm interested in seeing a black hole.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do they plan on having black holes in the game? I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, there's at
'cause
least one that I know.
it's been in the
I
arc
didn't
map
know about
forever.
that.
Yeah, if you look at the arc map,
Mm,
look in the start in
okay.
the arc map and click on Tamster, it's there.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna speculate what the black planet is, but okay. All right. So,
I'm not now. I'm gonna be good.
yeah, I'm glad that I'm
Moving
leaving that one
on.
alone. I'm leaving that one alone.
I mean, I
Moving
haven't.
on.
I'm actually probably gonna look
Yeah.
at this, but because there's a lot of updates they have here. Like, certainly we
Yeah.
talked about archaeology before. I think going over the last one, like they might be able to get like that career, especially with the
Mhm.
science ships. I am looking at the Cathcart one right now, and that kind of people don't know about Cathcart. They kind of they took all these outdated and damaged spacecraft and space stations and kind of like tied them all together. So now they have this giant uh, space junk nicknamed Spider. So it's right there in the bottom there. So it's actually a giant space station that's all these ships and stuff, just like interconnected and stuff. So it should be really cool when that thing's actually done. So
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
yeah, this is why, like, they put these little updates out, and these are
Mm.
really cool to kind of see what they're looking at and just like nailing down the lore. And I mean, that's what they're gonna be. The designers are basing off, the new systems off of is this stuff here. So, yeah, I really highly suggest like taking a look at these things when they release them.
Yeah, and I recommend checking out the art star map too, especially when you check out Hamster and check out the black hole that they have it in the on the web browser. They'll probably be completely different when it comes out in the game, but that's just a teaser, I guess. All right, so up next we have the roadmap roundup, October 26th. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So this came out yesterday. A notable changes for October 26th, Alpha 318, and last week's Star Citizen. This week's Star Citizen post, they mentioned that their next major product, Alpha 318, has begun testing with the Evocati group, with our next test aiming to go out later this week, or maybe tomorrow, if not tonight. As they mentioned, after evaluating data from the recent Evocati test, they're targeting early December for a live release. This will not update IAE, which will not be released in the Alpha 317.4 patch. Yeah, we talked about that last week. As far as what's going on this week, the following cards have been added to release view. The Gridcut STV, yes, so that's obviously out, so yes, that's complete. New Rivers in Stanton, the Save Can Architect, establishing the visual language, creating pipeline and quality standard for a new sand cave archetype. With this release, Cave Network using this archetype will replace the Stanton system. Security Post career reactivation. A lot of people there's been some debate about that, but yeah. Security Post career will take a more central role in Stanton security. Crusader Security has moved in full-time staff and has begun throwing confiscated contraband on board. Unless given prior authorization, the station will be off-limit to all civilians. And new mission, Orison. Bounties, assassinate, clear all, and other missions to take place on a platform created for Seeds of Orison, which in the future will be distributed across the planet of Crusader to create further content. So, any thoughts about this?
Did civilians go to SBK anyway?
Say it again?
Could civilians go to SBK anyway? Like
civilian go
limits
to
civilians. When could
Security
civilians
Post
go there?
Korea.
Yeah,
Is that
Security Post Korea.
mm,
Well, right now you go there to clear your crime stat. That's what people have been doing for years now. So now they're saying you can't do that anymore because in lore it's actually supposed to be an active security station, and that's who's monitoring.
Okay.
That's who's monitoring the entire area. So what I find interesting is that it looks like they're saying you have to be invited, right? You have to be in prior authorization. So that's either like a mission or potentially a reputation, like a high reputation plus a mission because of that. So it makes and then so if they have like weapons and stuff, like this says confiscated contraband aboard. So that means you might be able to, like, if you have a high security clearance, we'll say, then you can buy, like, you know, a railgun or a missile launcher because they're hard to find now. So maybe that's like where you can find, like, you have really good standing with the police and you can get really good gear. So it'll be really interesting to see where we go.
I like your ideas.
By the way,
with
I
them.
want give a special introduction. Choo Choo, how are you doing, Choo Choo? Are you there?
Choo Choo, you're live. You might have to just check your mic, yeah.
But yeah, what were you going to say, UI?
No, Admiral. Like his ideas was really cool. I like that. How that was sounding.
Yeah, I saw him
Yeah.
muted and unmuted, but we're still
Yeah.
not hearing him. He probably
Choo
had
Choo, if you're live,
settings.
just jump in when you're ready to go.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the roadmap roundup. Any further thoughts before you move on? The Great Guy STV, I was like, well, I guess they have to update it, put it in because it's in the game now. But yeah,
Wait, did you say it's in the game now?
Yeah, the Great Cat.
The new one?
yeah, the STV, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
I thought you were talking about the old one. The go-kart. I thought
The PTV.
Yeah, the PTV. Never mind.
Yeah, that's been in the game.
I know. I thought the new version of it was in the game now. I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah, the STV is in the game. Yeah.
No, that's
No,
that's
you talking about the PTV. That's
The
the new
what?
one.
He wants the
It's
one
supposed to
with
be.
the 18-inch rims. That's the one he wants.
Didn't this supposed to be redoing the PTV?
That's the
Yeah, they
STV.
redoing
I
it.
think you're talking about.
Oh,
No, I think the
no.
question was
Okay.
it was based off of the racetrack, and the idea was
Right.
that people were saying we were going to get updated versions of the PTV. And I think that's what he's talking about.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting
Exactly.
a rework.
That's
Yeah, it's
what
getting
he's
a
talking
rework.
about.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. It's
All
supposed to
right.
be in the-
I don't think that's
It's
done yet,
acronym.
though. I don't think it's in the
Yeah.
game yet.
No, not the rework. No, but not the rework.
Right.
The STV is. All right, so that's what that misunderstanding was. My bad. So this is this is something that Griffin put in, but this is the new community hub. Are you using it? So like that's the link. Hopefully we can put it in chat. But is anyone using the new community hub? I am not. As you can see, I'm not even signed in yet. Can you see
sign
that?
in?
I haven't.
I think I
Yeah.
had an issue signing in, so I didn't try it again.
Like, I haven't even seen. I don't even know where to go to get the tab.
To
To
get the
even
what?
to it. To get the access to even see this screen. Where is that at?
I just posted it.
Yeah, the link is
Well,
in.
well,
the
It'll,
link is
it'll
in
for
chat.
work. Hold on now. I think it might be down.
Yes, thank you for doing that, Brian. But prior to now, I didn't know where to go.
Oh, there it is. Wow, it took a long time
yeah,
to
it's
load.
called Community
Jeez.
Hub. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. Looked at it. It was confusing a little bit, but yeah, I haven't been back since. I just stopped by to look at it, and I haven't really tried to navigate it too much.
I'm going to do something dangerous. I'm going to reload and see if we can see Star Citizen live streaming in here.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like it. How do you? Oh, view all. Well, let me right click on that. See what happened. But they have live streams and trending and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So if you interested in that kind of stuff, go ahead and check it out.
So
Ah,
the
page
interesting thing is,
the page is not found because I'm not logged in.
well, I'm in it now, but like I went from my account, which is logged in, to the community hub, and it tells me to log in, and then it kind of gets like a little lost when I try to sign in. So I'm not sure. What's up with that?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that is the community hub. Up next we have. Yes, this is congratulations to the winners of the do-it-yourself ship model contest. So if people don't remember, they wanted to have a ship model contest that wasn't based on 3D printing or anything, but nothing but household objects basically. And you wanted to post those in a new launch community hub. And those are the rules, and the winners got a JRDF diorama, a JRDF Freelancer Mac, and a JRDF. Oh, the Carrack was the first one. I'm sorry, I missed the Carrack word. And the JRDF Cyclone TR 140 scale. And these are the pictures of the winners. So, congratulations to Striker, Lotsek, Murakio. I should not try to pronounce these words until I try to pronounce them before the show. But yeah, I got through it somehow. So that look like a banana and a couple of bottles of a hand wash, and I don't know what else.
Okay. Is that a pan? Somebody's oven pan?
Yeah, it's
It's
a
on the
pan.
top of a stove. It
Oh,
looks like
He's got two. He's got like either forks. I think he's got two forks off
two
the back
hand
Two forks,
two hand sanitizers,
and
Two
lemons.
two
hand-
forks.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's lemons because it looks like more like peppers.
Peppers.
Some type of
maybe,
pepper, like a sweet yellow pepper. Like one a small one, maybe a hot one. Might be a hot one.
Well, either way, he's got them rubber banded. It looks like he's got
I'm
them
trying
rubber
to f-
banded to the
Yeah,
fork.
he does. So what is that? Is that sprinkles on the bananas? Chocolate
I have
sprinkles?
no idea. I had no idea. And I guess that's what we do by New Defender.
Okay.
Mm.
All
Oh,
right.
you didn't figure that out.
Oh, did you
No,
see the
I figured it
background?
out. I can see
thought it
that
was the,
already. You know, I'm
Okay.
just like, all right, great
minute,
great
did-
use of
did-
items.
Did you see the background?
Yeah, with
That's
the
what
tin
I'm-
foil.
It looks like a garbage can.
Garbage bag.
Well, he's
It's a
got
garbage
space.
bag with tin foil.
Yeah, he's got space. He's got the background of
Yeah.
space there.
Aluminum foil, not tin foil. Sorry, aluminum foil.
Yeah. Mm.
And
Okay.
so I guess that is
Creative.
Striker with the Defender. This is obviously the Yellow Jacket.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Cyberwolf, the 99-cent store. Okay. Oh, okay.
Dude, if this is all I knew I had to do, I would have went to
Right?
CVS or something like that.
Oh my
Go to
goodness.
Staples.
All right. Dragonfly. Yeah, that is cool. You did it.
What is that, a pair of
Admiral, you gotta
tweezers?
make sure you
Yeah.
don't spend more money than what the shippers cost. Otherwise,
Um,
you could have just bought the ship outright.
That looks.
Mm.
You know what, pops?
Take
It
a pair of
looks like
tweezers.
it might be nail clippers.
Oh,
you broke it
broken
apart?
in half. Broken in
Yeah,
half.
it might be broken apart.
Okay.
Where?
Mm.
I
You see the
guess
silver part and
those
the
things.
Oh, in
the
the
guns.
front?
It's supposed to.
Oh, that looked like
Yeah.
tweezers, right?
It
looked like
looks
tweezers to me.
tweezers,
Yeah,
but
tweezers.
Oh, you know what it
Mm.
could be? The pin. A pin?
Yeah, it's a
No,
pen.
the part.
It's the clip. It's the clip of the pen.
From a pen.
Oh,
took- ripped
yeah,
them
you
off.
are correct.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right.
So yeah,
There you
people.
go.
The Star Citizen community is pretty
Gotta-
creative.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
we got a lot
The
of
back
time
end
on our
is a remote
hands.
control.
yeah.
Some would argue too much time, but hey,
Yeah.
at least they won something, right? And this is
There
the
you
final
go.
one. This is
There you
Not a
go.
matter
of
time.
Whoa.
Nomad says business too.
Oh. Yeah, wait a minute. What
The
did he make
vulture?
out of this? No, I get the vulture, but I'm trying to look at the items. Yeah.
What is that?
Okay.
He works at Micro
Jumptown.
Center. Yeah, Micro Center.
There you go.
I would say Radio Shack, but they're out of business. But
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
you know.
What is that thing on top? Is he poo?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Is Staples still around?
Yeah, Staples still
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Is that what is that called? That's not a what is that? It's a measuring the husky measuring thing. I forget what they call that.
Oh, okay.
See, it's like
Yeah,
a
I have
ruler
no
goes
idea
straight
what some of
across.
these pieces are. I have
Oh,
no
okay.
idea what some of
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
Oh,
pieces
I know
are.
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Like a
Admiral. What is
millimeter
so what are these? I'm trying to figure out what are these metal pieces that are at the
Citizen Shenanigans says two server power supplies.
Mm.
oh.
And
Okay.
Typo said they
Okay.
look like a hard drive case on from a PC case.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm looking at that, because it looks like it's got some type of connector there in the front.
Okay, so maybe like the wiring is like air coolant or something. Like it's all like computer parts.
Is the back end a
Yeah.
headlight or like a turn signal? Because it's got the LED light there and the yellow little dot, and it makes me think it's an LED light.
Yeah.
Possible.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
connection looks like it goes into a car.
It's possible.
It does.
Oh yeah, those are the winners of the contest, do-it-yourself contest. Congratulations again. People are very creative. I could not do. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, before you go to the topic,
Yes,
Fast
back
Cart.
guy leads in. So up next we have Inside Star Citizen is back. So yeah, I haven't watched this yet, so I'll be getting my fresh look. But yeah, so this is Inside Star Citizen Further Underground, Fall 2022. So let's check it out.
Hello, my name is John Griffiths. I'm a lead environment artist here at Star Citizen at Cloud Imperium. I'll do that again. Hi, my name is John Griffiths, and I'm a lead environment artist at Cloud Imperium Games. I'm heading up EU Sandbox 2, and we're working on the revamped underground facilities, which you saw at CitizenCon. This is also my first ISC episode, and it's also the first in our lovely new office. So I hope you enjoy. So after we've gone through that kind of concept development phase, where we're just fleshing out ideas, it's time to kind of think about what actually the underground facilities are going to be. How much time is the player going to be spending there? What are they going to be doing there? How many they're going to be? What kind of themes they're going to be? All that jazz we need to think about, and we also need to plan out how we're going to do it. So when we're in the stage of very early on in development, it's about kind of iterating quickly, getting into the editor, getting feedback on what we're doing, playing the location as a complete thing as fast as possible, because only when we see things in context of what they're going to be can we really make actual great decisions on what it is we're making. And this is a collaboration between art and design, mission content, the directors are involved. It's just molding the beast into something tangible, which we can then take into our planning stage to iron out what it is we need to create and how we're going to create them. So we've come out of pre-production. We now need to get a plan together so that the team can start working. So at the moment we can see all these boxes. All the ones on the top are rooms, all the ones underneath are overlays. So overlays give us that variety. When the team looks at this, they don't have to come to me to ask, does the surface structure medium need work doing to it or not? They can read it for themselves here. This is great because it gives us a big overview of what's required for the location. And it also means that we can break it down into kind of content packs. So our tier 0 is everything that we would need to release this into the universe with some variation. Our tiers after that kind of our additional content, which might flesh out some of the UGFs or give it a new theme or that kind of thing. So some of the rooms that are in production at the moment, let's just skip over to them. So this looks like one whole thing. It's actually two things. So it's the surface structure, which is this guy in the middle, and this kind of surrounding hangar. You know, how do you actually get there? We've also got our physical elevator spaces. So if we go from the top, this is where you trundle down into the UGF on a lovely diagonal elevator. We've got the elevator shaft components themselves. So you might have really long elevator rides, you might have really short ones. And then where you end up at the bottom of the elevator ride, you know, this room is currently in progress as well. This is a more refined plan to begin with. But we still need to get into the actual numbers of how much time this will actually take to make. So then we come to our trusty Microsoft Excel. And in here, this is just putting estimates on how long we think things will take. So for us, that's in this next phase, which is white boxing. We want to block the rooms out. We want to add content. We want to get the gameplay in there. We want to split things into overlays, test it with our ProcGen tool, and get all that done. So we estimate this like this, and we put in all of those rooms that we called out before. We've got all the room types it can be and how big or small the thing is. So using this kind of grid, we can call out, well, there's one room that's got a retheme, there's 2 rooms which are medium or large that need to be done, and this calculates how much time is required. So you can look at it from room type, you can do the time that way, or you can look at how many medium rooms it will take. You know, we can do it that way as well. This calculates it all, puts into a lovely little table, and then we can also call out how many artists there are, how many designers, how many days per artist, how many total days for a sprint, blah, 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 get all of that done. and that gives us our kind of ballpark figure to go with to begin with. I think I might have to retake this.
No. You're doing good. At what point do we ignore all? At what point do we ignore all this?
Okay, so it's all great having all of this, and it gives us a really good plan to begin with going forwards. But as you probably know, game development isn't really a concrete process. You can have all the numbers in the world, but you'll still have things that kind of crop up out of nowhere. That is what game development really is. So from this point now, we can get back into the editor, we can start fleshing out these rooms, we can start doing these overlays, we can start finding the variety and really bringing these new underground facilities to life.
The new underground facilities, first seen at this year's CitizenCon showcase, have already moved into production, with designers and artists alike building out the currently spec'd out 93 different rooms and 196 overlay variations necessary to place them throughout the existing Stanton and upcoming Pyro star system. But while that's still many months away yet, let's go ahead and turn our attention to something coming in this December's Alpha 3.18.
And we're going to cut that off for now and just talk about the first half of the show. So that was talk about the underground and stuff like that. What do people thought?
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
We get into that? I got the community hub link to work. Like I had to log out.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I had to log out of RSI and then use the link, and then log in through that. It made sense.
All right, well, congratulations. Yeah. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Anyone had any thoughts about what was featured so far, though?
Yeah,
No?
I mean, it's a good look behind. It's kind of like pulling the curtain to see what they do. It's like a more elaborate storyboard, kind of pictures this, storyboard-ish, but it's not really a storyboard, but different stages, so you kind of see their workflow into building it, and from concept all the way through the different stages. So from a storyboard way, and then it expanded. I thought it's interesting, very interesting. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I just wanted to break this up a little because this is a 18-minute long IS2. So I guess we'll go through the rest of it and then come back to this time. But yeah, that was the first 5 minutes or so.
That's cool. Wait.
Say it again.
I have something to say before we go over. I really enjoyed them talk, like breaking it down like this, because I know lots of people in the community are always frustrated about why things need to come out as tier 0. Why can't they come out in later stages, finalized? And like him showing like all the steps and things that need to be done, and them have to calculate how much work and time that needs to be put into the other later stages, and it's perfect. Like he worded it so well to like why tier 0 and tier 9 and tier 20 need to exist in the first place, and how many, and the estimation on like how much work time needs to go into making all this shit. That was really good. That was really good.
Yeah.
The variation with that Jared had pointed out, how many rooms and locations that they're building, and that's gonna really help for like breaking up the monotony of like the same bases and same corridors and same elevator. That'll help with that. So people won't get used to the same so much so quickly.
What I thought go ahead, Pops.
No, go ahead, Fast. Go ahead. See.
No, I was just gonna give my thoughts. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, no, it really it helped you because he said he's the lead, so it's him
Day
for his whole department.
Gotcha, choo-choo.
Showing and what everybody's working on, and keeping that whole organization where he can look at it at kind of a command center kind of a thing going on. And the other thing I would like if orgs hopefully one day they'll allow orgs to have underground bases that we would have to maintain and, keep from, other places from capturing, and not only just us going on and doing espionage, but, protecting your org from the underground, or, as an underground option to have as for an org. Yeah. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I like the non-technical aspect of this episode so far. I love the blooper reel at the beginning. I love the peek behind the curtain when they so they humanize the developers, and I think that's important. I think that's one of the reasons. I think I think Jared has basically said that's one of the reasons why he put the developers on. He wanted to humanize them. And I got a question before we move on real quick, but who wants that monitor?
It's a nice monitor, yeah.
That was a very nice one.
I just want to introduce Choo Choo. He's here, and welcome. And what do you think?
All right.
Hey, thanks, Sits. Yeah, on that last comment about underground, I remember when Chris Roberts said that when we do our land claims, because I happen to have a Pioneer, that includes everything, below the ground. So if you have your claim on a cave, guess what? More work.
Ooh, good point,
Awesome.
Chu.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. All right.
Yeah, I probably forgotten if I knew it, but thank you. Yeah,
Thanks.
so I guess I think we're going to try to get through the rest of it. It's like 13 minutes left before we get to the end. So let's see. Unless it's something like really important, I haven't watched this yet. But if it's something really important, I may stop in the middle. But we'll see. All right, so let's continue on.
Production with designers and artists alike building out the currently spec'd out 93 different rooms and 196 overlay variations necessary to place them throughout the existing Stanton and upcoming Pyro star system. But while that's still many months away yet, let's go ahead and turn our attention to something coming in this December's Alpha 3.18, the imminent arrival of the next exciting parts of our new Gen 12 renderer. Now, bringing with it our collective hopes for improved performance, let's go now to Sylvan in our Frankfurt studio, who's got an update for us on the current progress.
Hey everyone, I'm Sylvan. I'm engine programmer here at CIG, working on Gen 12 for the past years, and I'm incredibly excited to share with all of you the latest progress we've made on Gen 12. But first, let's get everyone on the same page real quick and explain what Gen 12 is, what it's not, and what it's trying to solve. This will just scratch the surface though. For a deeper look, I highly recommend watching our last year's CitizenCon progress update on Gen 12 and Vulkan. So, Gen 12 in a nutshell is our new renderer, and we came up with this name as a natural step forward from DirectX 11, which Star Citizen right now pretty much all of you are using when playing the game. DirectX 11 is a graphics API which our engine interacts to make use of the GPU and renders all of Star Citizen's beauty. How fast a game engine can feed the graphics API or the GPU with rendering commands is dependent on two factors. First, the CPU performance, and second, the implementation of the rendering engine. And the latter is what Gen 12 is all about. It is from the ground up a complete redesign of our old rendering architecture, which decreases CPU submission time massively. The end goal of Gen 12, however, is to make use of a new graphics API called Vulkan, which will boost performance even more and also allows us to add new cool features like AI scaling, ray tracing, efficient multi-view rendering for VR, and Linux support, and more. This meant, however, we had to rewrite every single graphics feature and ensure that it's running smoothly and as expected on this new architecture. A daunting task, which takes years in a game like Star Citizen with its hundreds of different shaders, thousands of materials, and dozens of features actively used in production. You've seen our first milestone mid last year, 2021, with patch 3.14, when we had a few post-processing effects running on Gen 12 by default. This proved that our new rendering architecture was working as intended, and we could start heavily focusing on the scene object rendering, which is the biggest and the most time-consuming task for Gen 12. Almost a year later, with 3.17, we hit our next big milestone and could turn on Gen 12 for all our static geometry, including all scattered terrain objects. That was also the time when a lot of people saw an actual meaningful performance improvement in Star Citizen. Although, to be fair, that patch, Gen 12, was just one of many optimizations we employed there. The thing is, since then, the engine is running in a sort of mixed mode, which means most of the code is running through legacy and just calls into Gen 12, which is ported and works at the moment. This actually adds an additional overhead and is the reason why I didn't expect anything of a big performance improvement the last patch, and we didn't show anything or didn't announce anything. But I'm happy to announce, and very proud, that we're nearly done with porting absolutely everything to Gen 12, and not just the scene object rendering, but also our new path-centric rendering system. As we speak, we're fixing the last few things to get it fully ready for 3.18. This is not a promise, but we're working hard to make it possible. Also keep in mind that this first version of Gen 12 is just a it just works version. We haven't even started optimizing it yet at all, and you can expect huge improvements the following patches up until we can finally start making use of Vulkan. Enough talking, let's hop into the engine and take a look at a couple scenes while I'm explaining a few things to set reasonable expectations. Keep in mind that all of these tests are done in debug builds with one set of hardware and can result in a totally different experience on a different machine. Also note that Gen 12 primarily boosts CPU performance, so if you have a weak GPU or playing in very high resolutions, which is really demanding for GPUs, your game is probably GPU bound and you won't see much of a benefit. Okay, so let's take a look at the scene here in Orson, which is well known to be one of the most expensive cities in-game right now. Before we start, please do me one favor and don't look at the FPS, because this is a highly unoptimized build with highly unoptimized code and very expensive debug tracking. So any discussion about FPS here is completely meaningless. Alright, so on the right side we have this G3D API call info window, which tells us precisely how many draw calls and how many API calls we do every frame. This is the work the engine has to do to send commands to the graphics driver, which determines how fast the CPU can feed the GPU with commands to render our frame. This is pure legacy mode. We have 47,000 API calls, and let's switch it to Gen 12. So this is Gen 12 mode. The API calls drop to about 33,000, which is quite significant for literally rendering the same scene. Okay, let's take a closer look behind the scenes. Well, let's take a look at this optic capture from that scene in Orson. Optic is a very helpful tool for us developers to get a very detailed understanding of what's going on in our engine. This includes what every thread is doing and when it is doing it. So let's take a look at the main and render thread, which are relevant for us in this context. Let's zoom in. And let's take a look at one of those frames here. So at the top, we've got the main thread. The main thread is what you could say the heart of the whole engine. It pretty much orchestrates everything, like when entities get updated, when physics get calculated, when do we render, and so forth. One of the main tasks is to figure out which objects are in our view system and which objects we want to render. This is what the main thread does on top of here. Once we figure that out, all that work is pushed into a queue to be processed by the render thread. At the bottom, we've got the render thread. And this is a very CPU intensive task, which is why it is leveraged by a completely dedicated thread. So what we can see here is that the render thread takes an immense amount of time to process one frame. In fact, it's so long that it even surpasses the work the main thread has to do. In this context, it means we are render thread bound, which means if we optimize the render, if we get it to run faster, we will see more FPS on the screen, as long as we are not GPU bound. So let's take a look at a Gen 12 frame. So here we've got a Gen 12 frame. Now the opposite is the case. The render thread runs faster than the main thread, which is indicated by this red bar here at the end. This means the render thread has to wait for the main thread to finish. And hence, in render thread bound scenarios, as long as we're not bound by the GPU, we will see an FPS increase. And if we zoom out here, we can see that every frame, the render thread is quite faster than the main thread. And yeah, waits up to 20 milliseconds on some frames. Whereas in Legacy, yeah, the opposite is the case, and the main thread has to wait. To summarize, with the current Gen 12 renderer, we saw a tremendous amount of API call reduction than before, and depending on the scene, 50 to 100% faster render thread performance. Let me emphasize again that all these numbers are not final, and we haven't been optimizing Gen 12 at all yet, and you can expect more improvements in the future. It also depends highly on the hardware you're running at, so once it hits live and you're using it, let me know how it's working for you. So what's coming next, you may ask? Well, once we're fully done with Gen 12 and we can actually run Vulkan, there's still a lot of optimizations we have to do, like actually completely getting rid of the render thread, employ a fully multi-threading rendering approach, doing async compute, and so much more. The sky is the limit here. And since we're developing Vulkan in parallel at the moment, it is to be expected that once Gen 12 is fully working, it won't take long for you to have it in your hands too. But more about that in the future when it's actually ready. Last but not least, a big shout out to everyone involved in getting Gen 12 ready so far. And yeah, I hope you like this little sneak peek into the future of Star Citizen's rendering engine. And feel free to drop any questions in Spectrum, and I'll gladly do my best to answer them. Thanks.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that resource planning is an essential step to ensuring your artists and designers are working efficiently to deliver locations like the new underground facilities quicker than ever before. That the new underground facilities themselves are already in production, and you can bet we'll be following along with their progress ahead of their scheduled release next year. And that the new Gen 12 renderer looks to relieve much of the current CPU bottleneck in the persistent universe, and that work will still continue after the next major milestone in the upcoming Alpha 3.18. Now don't forget that this year's Day of the Bar Halloween festivities are going on right now. You can check out all the details on the robertspaceindustries.com website. And if you're looking at what this new set and wondering what the heck's going on, maybe you should check out this year's CitizenCon 2952 full broadcast, which is available now on both our Twitch and YouTube channels. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee, broadcasting from inside the only constant. We'll see you back here next week.
And we're back. So yeah, that was a pretty good episode. I'm just going to rewind to where we started and the Gen 12 conversation. So yes, let's go to order. Alma Kusanagi, what are your thoughts?
Pretty cool. I mean, it's a little techy, but I think it's something that everybody's kind of was helpful for everybody because there's a lot of answers there was a lot of people putting out stuff there that they kind of thought was going to happen, and they kind of like quelled it down, being like, just kind of tempered everyone's expectations. Certainly, of course, it's dependent upon what your rig is going to be, but or what your rig is. Yeah, I mean, I have a 2070 Super, and a newer CPU, so I mean, it's not my old 6700K anymore, so it should be moderately better, I guess, but not like, hands down amazing.
All right, Choo Choo, how about you?
Yeah, I nominate Sylvan for voice actor for our AI in the future, or NPCs. He did a great job.
Anything else about the segment?
No, I'm really excited about the graphic improvements. I just built a new machine, because of some challenges I was having. But I'm definitely rest assured that, I'll be fine in the future.
What video card did you get?
I have a 3090.
Okay.
RTX 3090. Yep.
Okay.
And
Yeah, the prices
i9.
are coming down, aren't they?
And what do you
Yeah,
have
they
for
are.
CPU?
I got an i9 KS 2900 KS. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So yeah. Definitely
you having fun with
encourage that. Yeah, so far, still building the whole rig up, with my flight controls and things like that. I was on a laptop before that, which was doing
okay.
fine. It was doing fine, but it's time to step up with all these capital ships I got.
I hear that. All right, face to face. What are your thoughts?
No, I'm excited for it. I mean, like we said, most of us here probably have to say that's within this channel and as well as out there in chat have all probably if they have done so or in the process of upgrading their PCs, for this coming optimization of Gen 12 and Vulkan that we so, I guess, desperately salivate over, with the performance of being able to see. I mean, don't get me wrong, you do see I do see 60 frames per second in certain areas of
Right.
Star
Yeah,
Citizen.
definitely.
But we all will. I mean, would to celebrate the day when I probably could say you get 60 frames per second at the very minimum.
Yeah,
at Orison. You know what I mean?
That
You
login
think
screen at 60 frames per second is amazing, right?
that's true too. Yeah, but you think of being at Orison and being able to get at the minimum of 60 frames per second, and or higher or whatever, and coming into other areas of planets and asteroids and stuff like that. As Pyro comes up, we as they demonstrated that, you look at all of those things that are will be useful to be able to explore and see. So that's my 2 cents.
Cool. Pops, how about you?
Oh, it's like Citizen Shenanigans saying this is like part where they show you your numbers, the graphs and things like that. Yeah, it was pretty nerdy, but it was very interesting though. It gave you a better look into the what an API does, exactly how it impacts your system, and another thing, just being Star Citizen always taking criticism about it being a scam, but you got all these people that work there, so hey, but no, it was a good look. It was a good look and understanding the API and learned a
Thank
few
you.
things.
Oh, thank you. UI, how about you?
First, shout outs to Jared once again bringing on new faces. The people that work there, letting people know that like people need employment on a regular basis for a game to be successful. And that was great to have the presence be reiterated, and all the nerd stuff had me in and out of my own knowledge.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I'm like, okay, some of it was above me, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's one of the
Gen
reasons
12
why
has been a long time coming.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I could not watch Bugmasters. Yeah, that was above me. But go ahead.
I know the Gen 12 stuff has been a long time coming, and it's good to know that like some of the legacy code has been in the game and has been slowing things down. Him talking about that and why they didn't announce that when Orison first came out and the changes were done, it was very confusing on where in the development we was with the rendering and stuff. Because like some of it looked new, and some of it didn't, and it was really confusing. But him talking about it was nice. It was a nice little moment. Other than that, it was cool.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, this is a big discussion about Gen 12. Sylvan Howe, I hope that's how you pronounce his last name, did a pretty good job. I think I don't remember him being on ISC before. This may have been his first time. Some of the stuff, all of the stuff that they did looks amazing. I'm glad to hear about where they are in Vulcan. Did anyone notice that beam background on the PC in the back?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep.
I saw it.
Yeah. Yep. And one thing that stood out to me is that he said they're nearly done. So that means to me that means they're still 6 months away. How about everybody else?
Yep, next year.
And they said they're developing Vulcan in parallel, so that's good to know. So hopefully we'll see it soon. Did you notice the word redacted on the video? No, I did not see the word, Griffin. I did not see that. So yeah, that was Inside Citizen this week, and glad to have it back. All right, so up next we have our Machinima, and this week Machinima is Star Citizen Diverse View, Episode 2, Quantity Before Quality, and this is done by Mod 81 Game World, and this is 12 minutes. So here we go. Check it out.
Hello and welcome back to The Verse View. My name is still Mike Hoffman, and today I have a very special topic for you. In the last episode, I tested the Argo Mole, a ship that has an excellent interior and outstanding build quality. So, the producers thought that today we would take a closer look at the other end of the scale. There is one manufacturer where aesthetics and quality manufacturing are not at the top of the to-do list: Drake Interplanetary. And the absolute bestseller of this admittedly not best reputed company is the ship behind me, kindly made available to us for this show by one of the local drug barons, the Drake Cutlass. Today we are testing the Cutlass in the black version. It is a space superiority fighter with a generous cargo hold of 46 SCU for this size of ship and a very powerful armament. In addition to 4 pilot-controlled Size 3 hardpoints, the Cutlass also has a manned gun turret, also equipped with 2 Size 3 weapons. This punch is rounded off with a place for up to 16 Size 2 missiles. Oh yes, you need this arsenal urgently because a single Size 2 shield generator quickly reaches its limits in a demanding space battle. The most important thing about this ship is the price, and here Drake is absolutely unrivaled. No other manufacturer offers anywhere near as much ship for the same money. Not to mention the time you save with the Cutlass Black. You don't have to earn a bad reputation first. If you arrive somewhere in the universe with a ship like this, people know immediately there's an arsehole landing right now. Sorry for all honest Drake owners, I didn't mean it that way, so for the 1 to 3% of righteous pilots. But enough talking, I'm looking forward to seeing this ship in action. Apparently the last maintenance on this ship was a little while ago. If there even was one, I'll take a look at it. Dynamics aren't very sophisticated, but it's fun to fly the Cutlass through the clouds. What was that? Oh, it won't have been important. To get to know some of the owners of this ship better, we are now in the location in Stanton, where you can usually find them. Grimhex. In the asteroid belt of Yela, there are always some questionable personalities. A popular meeting place is Grimhex, the largest outlaw station in this system. Yes, even from the outside it looks, quite inviting. Dressed according to the local customs, we now prepare for our undercover reporting. Camera on. Okay, James, we can't draw attention to ourselves. People here hate being in the public eye. If they find out who we are, they'll hang us. Or worse, they'll make us their wives. James, are you even listening to me? I don't want to be taken, so keep a low profile and follow me. Do you see that? Do you have it in the recording? This is supposed to be a hospital. What does a snack stand look like? With this construction, it's a miracle it hasn't collapsed yet. Look at that guy. I bet he's killed at least 100 pilots. Oh, sorry, I didn't look ahead. I apologize.
Don't you have eyes in your head? Or are you looking for trouble? Wait a minute. Don't I know you?
Well, this is my first time here on this beautiful station. Maybe you're confusing me with my brother. He's here all the time at the bar after he robbed a transporter.
You have a really memorable face. Can I tell you something?
What?
I'm a very lonely man.
Stay down, damn it! They're still looking for us.
Look for them everywhere. Find this beautiful man.
Quick, run this way! Run, James, run! Okay, that was a very intense experience. I'm glad we were able to escape the situation without any major damage. I think that was enough for today. Let's continue tomorrow. I just want to get back to the bar and forget that I was almost used as a sex toy by a very strong-smelling gentleman. Whew. After narrowly escaping death yesterday, or probably something much worse, we're taking it a little easier today. I would like to demonstrate how the Cutlass performs in a combat situation. To that end, one of our crew members will use a fighter and will run a little combat simulation. Our stunt coordinator, Huge Chesshole, has volunteered for this task. Using an anvil arrow, he will try to make life difficult for me.
Hello, this is Hugh Jasshole.
So we head back to the asteroid ring at Yella, only this time with a safe distance to Grimhex. The rules are simple. The first ship to shoot down the enemy's shields to 0 wins. I see Hugh is in position, so let the games begin. This little fighter is already very fast and agile. It's really hard to get rid of him. Okay, my shields are down to 40%. It's time for a Hoffman special maneuver. G-force is insane! Maybe I should have skipped breakfast after all. That's it, little man. Stay in front of me. With the unbridled power of my guns, I will now cut him down to size. Oh, that was a little fast at the end there. I'll be insured for something like that. It was a very interesting experience to see the Drake Cutlass in action, even if the workmanship, the aesthetics, and above all the reputation of this ship are not excellent. The Cutlass still offers an unbeatable price-performance ratio. And shooting a crew member to pieces with her was very satisfying, I have to admit that. By the way, our Hugh Chesshole is doing reasonably well again. He will recover quickly, and we can surely welcome him back to the show in the next 6 to 8 months. That's about it for today's episode of The Verse View. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Until then, I hope you all have fun, and please stay away from Grimhex. Yours, Mike Hoffman.
and we're back. All right, let's go in reverse order. Uri, what are your thoughts?
I think Jax McCleary and his staff need to sue. Like this is borderline plagiarism.
Say
But
it again.
I said Jax McCleary and his team need to sue.
Oh.
They have a strong lawsuit on their hands.
No, I mean it'll be like saying you can't have CNN because NBC, ABC, and CBS all came first. So you can have multiple reporters doing different things. I don't see this as maybe it's like more flattery rather than what you're saying, in my opinion.
This is DMCA. but it was cool though. It was cool. Like some of the jokes didn't hit for me, but I can see the appeal for other people.
All right. Yeah,
but-
Star Helix said this is Top Gear American version, so I'm not even sure he's American, but yeah, I can see that
Yeah,
too.
but you get American version.
All right.
Maybe
So thank you.
like
All right.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you. Pops, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Yep, you're right. Read my mind. Yep, that Jax vibe going on. Even got the closeness in the voice there. Yeah, I kind of felt it maybe a young Jax McCreary thing going on. And yeah, that's what I do when a guy tells me I'm beautiful too. I run and hide and don't go back. So I agree with that.
But Pops, you are beautiful.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Pop, I'm a very lonely man.
No.
All right, thank you for that. Any other thoughts? Okay. Face to face, how about you?
See, me on the other hand, I'm waiting for Grim Hex and all these other places to, get rid of that armistice zone thing as far as like you're not unable to pull out your pistol or your gun inside of these areas because for certainly if somebody approached me and does that, yes, 2 to the head. So we end that conversation right there. But it was a good video. It's a good video. It has some good moments. Very well put together as far as production as well. Some good jokes there. And there you go.
Cool. Choo-choo. How about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, when Jax took off in his Odyssey, he left that void. Somebody was going to fill it. So, but it's definitely it'll inspire other people to try, right? It's not like one of these videos that are like over the top productions. So, more people will try and they'll make fun and parodies of things in the game. And, it's a good thing. You need some laughter, considering we're in an alpha. People frustrated. You watch videos like this and you say, it's not that bad,
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. And last but not least, Admiral Kuchinagi, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was really funny. I mean, I liked it a lot. It had some pretty good cinematography in it too, and I especially liked the scene when they were kind of. He's like taking the Cutlass Black. He's going into space, and like a piece of the ship falls off, and then
that was very Firefly-like or Serenity-like. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like that a lot. I mean, there's definitely a lot of humor in there. Like the ship couldn't start at first, and then there was a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff towards the end, and I thought it was really funny. And it'll be great to see stuff in the future. It was interesting to see that they of course they kind of put the Star Citizen lore in the end because he got I guess rezzed at some hospital, and he's gonna take some time for him to come back. So besides that, I thought it was pretty good.
Cool. Thank you for that. My thought was, maybe I'm gonna be a downer here. I don't mean to be, but as someone who's hard of hearing, I like to read lips, and I was trying to do that with this video, even though it's not really one-to-one or anything like that off. But the lip sync was off to me, and it was kind of distracting, especially at the beginning. I saw in some places in the video. I'm not sure how we can fix that, but I mean, it's more noticeable or more distracting in this video than I've seen in other Machinima. And I laugh because the Google subtitle or closed caption said "huge chest hole" instead of "huge ass hole." So that made me I mean, sometimes the Google analytics algorithm make the video even funnier than what it is. Just by accident, so that made me laugh. But yeah, this had some funny moments in it. I started the lip sync thing, and I don't have any other complaints. So yeah, it's a very good video. And this is from Mod 81 Game World again. So this is episode 2. We watched episode 1 previously. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Can I say one thing fast?
Go ahead.
Oh, it was pretty cool when he took off and the piece of the ship flew off. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, like I said, that was reminiscent of the Serenity of the movie at the end.
Yeah, and his music selection was pretty cool too.
Cool, thank you. All right, so up next we have. So we only have a few weeks before the Chicago Bar Citizen. We talked about this a bit before during the Bar Citizen around the world. But yeah, the Chicago Bar Citizen coming up November 7th. 4 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Made in Ariana from Yacht Club is running this. So you want to head over to Chicago, or you're in the Chicago area, it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully someone will put the link in chat. You can click on it. If you're in the area, go ahead and sign up and head out and have fun. After that, we have, let me click on, well, before I do that, let's do this. So yes, on Saturday, well, this is, I'm not sure if we're doing it this Saturday. I'll go ahead and say, normally on Saturdays we have a Soul Voices at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. I forgot whether or not Griffith says he's going to do it this week, and I think he is. I'm just going to say, Saturday 3 p.m. Eastern. That's when we talk about what's going on in the Star City community. It's more one-on-one conversation. Just cover what's on Spectrum, what's on Reddit, and what's in the gaming industry in general. And that's part of Podsat Saturday. Every Saturday starts at 3 p.m. with Soul Voices at Eastern Time. And then 6 p.m., that's 10 p.m. UTC, they still have the After Pub. And then 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. UTC, have Relay Station. So check that out. You have a full evening or afternoon of podcast on Saturday. Then we have on 8 p.m. Sunday Eastern Time, that'll be midnight UTC. We have the day the Earth stood still. I don't know if you remember, but a couple of years ago in 2020, around Halloween, we had a radio broadcast featuring the Waterworld, the original Waterworld. And this year we're doing something similar, but this year we're doing the day the Earth stood still, the original broadcast, not the Keanu Reeves one. And this is for a fundraising. This year we're fundraising for Gamers Outreach Foundation. Do you have any? So should be quite a few content creators out and about. Should be a lot of fun. We had fun a couple of years ago. It should be fun again. So hopefully you all will be around for that. Should be great. A great evening. Also, we have another episode of Reaction and Reviews coming out soon, so look forward to that. I'm not sure when it'll premiere, but it should be soon, so check that out. And last Friday's Flight to Rhythm, my DJ show is out on Mixcloud. Check out the previous video Twitter feed for the link. You can become a soul bro, soul sis, or soulmate if you want to support it. Click the join button below, or click on subscribe and Twitch for a subscription. Hit that like and subscribe button and follow. That also supports us. We also have Patreon. We're on social media everywhere. So Citizen with the S on the end. And we sell merchandise like this shirt here that I'm wearing. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'm a Christian Huggy, Choo Choo, Fish Face, Poppin' Face, You Light of Smoke, and everyone in chat, both YouTube and Twitch. I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, good. So I guess we're rating Afterpub. Yeah, we're rating Afterpub. So yeah, tell them we said hi. And with that, I just want to say I'm a very lonely man. And peace, love, and stars. Take care, everybody.
Shame.
Lord have mercy.
Fast cart, best cart.
Thank you.
Don't
That's
feed the
Carl.
animals.
And the raid went through. Let me cut off the thing first before you do anything.